first concert was in 1982, and I just remember I didn't want to throw the ticket away because I had such a great time. I think seeing a band live is such a unique experience because you get to see the band without the filters, without the studio production. You get to see what they're really about. And I just love the feeling of that experience, seeing live music and getting to sing along to the songs that and the people around and it's like a big community. But it makes me feel so alive just to be a part of the audience.
A lifelong Knoxville, Tennessee resident, Chris Parrott credits her success to her parents and a very special encounter with someone who would become her personal hero.
I went to my very first Lady Vols basketball game. My middle school basketball coach took our team, and that was my first really introduction to Pat Summitt. I was just enthralled with her. My parents instilled in me a really great work ethic and to be very compassionate, But Pat's emphasis was on education. You were first a student before an athlete. And I think that resonated with me, even at an early age. And then the more I followed her and how she led her program, coached her players, she was just a major influence on my life.
With a roadmap laid out by Coach Summitt's philosophies, Chris earned a degree in finance from the University of Tennessee. But a slight detour would prove to be quite significant.
In February of 1994, local radio stations started running a contest to win a wedding. Well, unbeknownst to us, several of our friends entered us into the contest. And we get contacted, and says, hey, guess what? You won a wedding. And it's at the Aerosmith concert. The radio station provided basically everything for the wedding. They provided the venue, the judge, the everything, and the band was there.
I expected them to be very uptight. They walked in and just like they already knew us and just hung out and stayed the entire time. They hung out for, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes.
They were great guys, and they shook Todd's hand. They kissed me.
Every one of them lined up to kiss my wife.
On my
going,
wedding
wait a minute,
day.
It's my wedding day.
Yeah, but they were very, very, very nice guys.
In 1998, while raising their two daughters, Crystal and Abby, Chris came to Regions and began her career in the marketing department.
When I first met Chris, she was in marketing, had just come out of a training role. We asked her to take the role over as at-work coordinator. Chris was perfect because her training background, her background in marketing meant that she really was qualified to go out there and talk to people about the big picture, about Regions Bank, about what we were trying to do with our financial education and to help people make the right decisions. So when you add that to the personality that she has and her willingness to go out and to talk to people, make relationships, and really not be afraid to do something new, that's really been what's been the best thing about it.
She really crosses over beyond her at-work position. She integrates with my team in recruiting events when we're working with students at the university. It's not uncommon for them to bring up Chris's name as someone that's had a very positive impact.
She really cares about the organizations that she's working with, so she doesn't just view it as a job. She really views it as something that she wants to give back to the communities that she feels like have given to her over the years.
I am through and through a Tennessee Vol. I'm very proud of my school. Being able to go back to my school and offer financial education through the various classes in the business college or to the various student groups is just a dream come true, to be able to pay it back to a school that made such a difference in my life.
When you meet someone like Chris who is passionate about something and wants to give back, you see that level of a commitment and enthusiasm, and people feel like she really cares. And we've oftentimes heard that people don't really care what you say until they think that you care, and I think that comes across a lot with Chris.
As a member of the board serving the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Tennessee Valley, Chris saw another opportunity to help the youth in her community.
She was able to come in and work with some of our teens and maybe even some of our middle schoolers and just talk about this idea of financial management and demystify it for us a little bit. I mean, it can be difficult, even for adults, to be able to kind of go down that path in management. And she is masterful at breaking down concepts and helping young people to understand those and then wrapping them up into kind of those pillars of financial literacy.
But sometimes Chris stops talking numbers and goes back to the sport she loves, following in the footsteps of her mentor coach.
Good job, girl. All right.
To see these, 7, 8-year-olds learn to run plays or teach them the difference between a man and his own defense, it is such a wonderful experience.
2, 3. Boys and Girls Club!
Last summer, Pat passed away. She had a very aggressive style of dementia, Alzheimer's, and she was taken from us much too early. But I'll always look up to her and what she has allowed me to do, and the inspiration that she gave me to succeed in my life by the examples that she gave.